Ladies chat. As of right now.
As of right now. 'Cause we still hate our name, but I actually made a really cute logo for it that I can't wait to show you later.
Okay.
But yeah, it's ladies chat for now. Ladies chat forever, probably.
We're not committed to anything.
Yeah, not at the moment. We're too loosey-goosey to even think about it. Anyways, welcome back to... I feel like, should we start over on the episode count? What episode is this?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
just welcome back to another episode.
If you've been with us from the beginning, you should know. But today, we have a very special episode because we'll be talking about the latest book from Sarah J. Maas's Crescent City series, House of Sky and Breath. We both finished it this week, and our minds are completely blown to smithereens.
So just so you know, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't read the book or you're not done,
don't listen to
just
us.
come back to this video later.
Yeah.
Save it and come back to it later.
Yeah, because
we will be ruining it for you.
Spoiler megathon.
Oh, also though, here's the thing. If you haven't read any of her other books, also maybe don't come here right now.
Right. If you haven't read... Okay, so... you read all of her books.
Yeah. I
have read her A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and so I have to start reading her Thorn of Glass series. Because House of Sky and Breath, basically, Sarah has,
so basically she ends with a huge, like, merge of characters, like, of A Court of Thorns and Roses characters, is in the end of this, and... I guess I can't really say all of my theories also, just because will ruin some things for you, but it's fine.
No, it's fine because...
No, I'm not going to do that.
I mean, maybe not plots. Like, I know who, like, Aelin is, and I know who she ends up with, kind of thing.
I mean, she's the main character, so
it's not... She's the main character.
Yeah.
Like, I know little things like that from Thorn of Glass, but I don't know the plot of Thorn of Glass. I know that, like, she has to battle something, but I don't know, like, all the intricate...
Well, here's the thing. That series is literally, like... 50 books in one.
50 books. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's an 8-book series, but I mean, like, there's just, like, so much that goes on. Like, buckle up. I'm not kidding. Like, buckle up.
I know. I'm really excited.
But it's really good. Yeah. I shed the most tears with that series than I did with her other two, yeah.
Whoa.
Towards the end, there's just, like, this one scene that, like, it just...
Did you cry at all reading this?
No, not this one.
Oh,
I cried reading the first book, the Crescent City. I didn't cry reading this one.
What part did you cry at?
In the first book?
Yeah.
When Lilaba died.
Oh, that was really sad.
Yeah, that was...
Lilaba? That's her name?
Yeah.
I say Lahaba.
I mean, I don't know. That's how I pronounce it.
How do you pronounce any of the names in her books?
Well...
They're so confusing. Hard to pronounce.
For A Court of Thorns and Roses, you pronounce it differently than me because you pronounce it the correct way. Because you listen to the audiobooks, but I pronounce it's Rysand, I know, but I pronounce it Rysand.
Okay. But yeah. So,
Feyre.
How do you say Amren?
Amren.
Okay, so I heard someone pronounce it differently yesterday. It was like
how'd they pronounce it?
Amren or something like that.
But it's A-M.
R-E-N.
Amren.
Amron. She said Amron.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I pronounce Azriel. You say Azriel?
Azriel.
That sounds too much like Asriel. like
mean?
Asshole. Like Asriel.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I just say Azriel.
Sure. But it's like, come on, Az. Or do you say, come on, Az?
No, I say Az.
See? Like, his nickname is Az.
Yeah, so but I don't know. I still say Azriel.
All right. Well, it's each your own. Whatever. It's your universe, and the way you're reading it is how you... experience it.
But what about for this book? Hunt, obviously.
Hunt.
Obviously.
Bryce, Adelaide Quinlan. Rune Danan.
I say run.
You say run? Okay. I don't know why that's funny.
I don't know why either. I say run. Celestina. Micah from the first book.
Yeah. Micah. Ethan.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a pretty basic name.
All the other names are kind of basic, I think.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're getting sidetracked.
That's not important.
Things are so irrelevant.
Pronounce it, whatever. I mean, like, half of the time, my brain just, like, recognizes the letters and, you know.
I read this book so fast because I get such bad anxiety. Like, the last chapter, I, like, sped through it. Because on the last chapter, I didn't recognize who all the characters were. Like, I started realizing, like, oh, they're in Akatar when, like, Amryn and what's her face came in, like, it was Cassian. And
when they all came in.
But I thought it was Elaine. I thought Elaine was Amryn, so I was like, oh my god, that means that Azriel and Elaine are together.
No. And why would Elaine know what she's saying? Like, how would Elaine know that language?
I didn't even read it. Like, I literally didn't even read it. Like,
so I didn't realize they were there until I saw Rhysand's name and Rhysand, and I was like, oh my god. And then I had to go back and reread it and everything, because what really threw me off was the Old Fae language. Like, I guess I just forgot, or I didn't realize that, you know, it was not, like, English that they were speaking.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, that blew... I literally finished it after work in the parking lot. I didn't even make it home.
You're so funny.
Because my coworkers were leaving, and I was like, okay, I'm not just gonna stay here to read a book. So I went downstairs, but I had maybe 5 pages left of that last chapter. Like, there's no way I'm gonna make it 10 minutes to my house to read it.
Yeah.
So I literally sat in the parking lot and I read it. Just freaked out. I freaked out.
That was such a good ending. Like,
and then I texted everybody that I knew that was reading the book, and I was like, please finish, please finish.
I know, you, like, made me, like, read faster. I'm like, shit! Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew it was going to be good. I thought you were freaking out because of the Hind reveal, because I literally logged into Tumblr, and the first picture I see is a picture of Lydia and Rune, and they're, like, all in stars, and it says Rune and Lydia on the caption. I was like, are you serious? Like, so I thought that's why you were freaking out.
No,
something with her.
I mean,
happened.
that was a big reveal for me. I had no idea. I didn't think it was her. Before, like, reading the theory, I had a theory that it was Hypexia. I thought it was gonna be her. But it wasn't, and another big reveal was finding her and Celestina in the closet together.
That was so messy. That was extremely messy. Celestina is extremely messy and extremely shady.
Yeah, Celestina is, and I'm interested to see how that's going to play out, because...
I hope she dies, because she ratted them out.
Yeah, but Hypexia's in love with her.
I think Hypexia is in, like, danger because of her. Like, I don't think she can be trusted. Because I think Hypaxia would help Bryce in the end. Like,
yeah,
she would
definitely.
Help the Asteri, and I think Celestina would help the Asteri.
But here's the thing. What would Celestina do when she finds out that Hypexia is actually, Team Rebel, basically?
She's gonna rat her out. Like, I think she's
Or does she love her so much that she's not, and she's gonna change?
I don't think so. I think she's a snake, like, through and through. I think she wants power. Yeah. It's just the way she was even, like, talking to Hunt, like... She obviously was working with the Asteri the whole time and was, like, monitoring Hunt.
Yeah, just playing him.
And, like, making it seem like... Just
like,
even in that
buddies.
scene. No, even in that scene, she was so, like, cold to him. And it was, like, unnecessary. Because it's, like, if this is, like, someone that works for you, you would be a lot more trusting of him. But from the beginning, she, like...
I don't know. I feel like she was really nice to him.
You think?
Yeah. And I feel like that's why I was kind of, like... it's like a little bit too much.
Too nice. Yeah, she was sus from the beginning.
Because it's like, yeah, and it was kind of the same approach that Micah had, but like, oh, if you, like, I'm going to free you if you kill these many people for me, but
That was
it was
never
all a
gonna
ploy,
happen.
yeah.
But speaking of Hunt, like, he's a slave again. Like, that just, like, broke me.
I know.
That broke me. And
I haven't read any of the epilogues, special chapters. I didn't even read the epilogue in here. Because my brain...
Didn't?
No, I didn't. Because my brain stopped. It stopped functioning after I read... Hello, Bryce Quinlan. I'm Rhysand. My brain was like...
I know. That was why. I read Bryce's extra chapter. It was really cute. It was basically just...
Don't tell me.
Oh.
Don't tell me.
Oh, okay. I won't tell you.
I'm going to read it when
People think it's, like, revealing of, like, how mates work kind of thing. That's all I'll say.
What do you mean? They've said it already.
But, like, they think because of the way Sarah writes, it confirms Gwynreal, which I'm just going to say it does, because I love Gwynreal. But,
Wait, why?
Just because she always writes, I don't think it has anything to do with, like,
Wait, is Bryce's extra chapter in, was it with the Accord Thorns and Roses characters?
No.
Oh.
It's like
so then how does it
a scene
confirm
earlier?
them?
Because it's just about her and Hunt and their relationship and the way Sarah wrote about it. People think, like, oh, she's writing, like, how he hears music, you know? You know what I mean?
But why would she write it about her and Hunt if it's about Azriel and Gwen?
People just think that, like, Sarah, the way she writes it, like, she's giving context clues on how mates work. Like, because you always hear music. Like, mates always hear the music of their lover. So they think, like, that is why Azriel and Gwen are mates.
Because like, his shadows sing to him when he's around? Yeah.
So they're
like,
gotcha. See, that's how it is for Bryce and Hunt. So that's how.
Well, it was also the same thing for Feyre and Rysand when he sent the music.
I know. So I do think we have to get through, like, I have so much written down about the book, so I'm just gonna go.
Go for it. Go.
All right. So first of all, how big is Rune's house?
I picture, like, a huge frat house.
It's a huge, like what, like 12 rooms or something?
I literally picture, like, a frat house, like a literal frat, like, that you would see.
Well, some frat houses are like mansions. I'm like,
yeah,
like a mansion that's, like,
I mean,
really
I don't think it's that
down.
big, but he's a prince, so it's not like has a lot of money. Like, he's
loaded.
He's loaded, and he works for the Ox, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's got
he's got a big house. He's got a big house
Daddy's
for sure.
black card for sure.
Yeah.
But I love the addition of the 3 fire sprites.
Me too.
And Ariadne. I really hope that her and Tristan Flynn are, like, a thing.
I think they are gonna be.
They're really funny together.
They are gonna be, and because I saw someone point out that he called her sweetheart, and it was all the same thing for, I think Bryce also Hunt called Bryce sweetheart when they weren't, like, getting along and everything, and I think it was Rysand that did the same to Feyre.
Yeah, he likes his little pet names for her.
Yeah.
One of my theories is, like,
maybe
Rysand's last name is Danan.
I saw it too.
Danan Darling. It has a.
What does Darling have to do with it?
Maybe Danan in ACOTAR means darling.
I definitely think that, his name could definitely be Danan, last name Danan, and they're related, because she described them as looking exactly alike.
Yeah. She was like, she gasped when she saw Rysand, because she was like, that's my brother, bitch. That's my brother! Which is really cool. That means... Okay.
Wait, can I ask, why do you want Ron to get rid of his piercings and cut his hair?
That's just, like, not my style of man. Like, I know
I like it.
So much hotter if he just had, like... That's just not my type.
It's not my type either, but I think it makes Run.
Yeah.
Because they point out his piercings and his hair.
It's just who he is. I actually like his hair. Because I saw someone draw it, and I liked the way they drew it. It was, like, shade, but it was, like, back and kind of like a mohawk kind of look. So I like that better.
I mean, like, he does kind of look a little bit like Skrillex in, like, the animations. But I feel like, whatever. He's not my main squeeze anyway in this book. It's Hunt.
Same, yeah. Hunt's baby.
Yeah.
So, okay, we kind of already talked about it, but I wrote down, like, this messy ass book with Celestina Hypaxia.
I know, I loved it, though. Yeah. I like the drama.
Me too.
I like the drama.
Poor Hypaxia, because I think she'll, like, feel really stressed out in the next book.
Yeah, so I saw a thing, though, also, not about Hypaxia, but I just remembered. On Tumblr, I saw someone point out that the Hind, Lydia, definitely knew from the very beginning that, Night was Run, because when they first got there, she went to Hunt, like, I think they were, like, walking in the elevators, and she was like, you're friends with Run Danan, aren't you?
True.
So I think that she knew from the beginning that it was Run. He obviously didn't, but it was like, so she really did fall in love.
And do you remember that scene where the Hind and the Harpy, it was after, like, Murdoch, like, sniffed them out in that little alley. It was Cormac, like, Ethan.
Yeah.
And then they went to, like, the bar, and the Hind and the Harpy showed up.
Yeah.
I think he didn't know it was her, but he, like, was really attracted to her, because I think he was, like, saying, like, she was, like, the most beautiful woman, like, he's ever seen.
Well, she is, yeah. She's a really pretty woman, but, she's
scary.
also, like,
She's terrifying.
Well, she wants people to think that. I know.
And then people are like, people do need to, like, cut her some slack because they're like, oh my god, she's a horrible person. Like, she's done all these horrible things. It's like, Azrael literally tortures people. And we all love him.
Also, Hunt did the same thing for a while. He was under, like, what's-her-face's spell.
Mm-hmm. Shahar?
Yeah, Shahar's spell. Well, he was in love with her, but, like, it was basically a spell. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it's not like she was doing it for a cause. You know what I mean? Like,
I also just don't think she was that good of a person as he, like, thinks she was. You know?
Bad of a person, you mean?
That good of a person, Shahar. Like,
Shahar.
Yeah. Like, I think he thinks of her, like, when he looks back on that relationship,
Well, I think he finally realizes, that she was corrupt and not good.
Right.
Because she always compares, Bryce, you know, whenever Bryce does something, like, when she saved Emil, she was like, oh, yeah, like, Shahar would never have done that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she was crazy, and she took advantage of his love.
His poor heart, and he's, like, basically an orphan because his mom died. Okay, so that is a big thing. Who do you think Hunt's father is?
I don't know.
I know. I don't know either. Yeah, okay, so that's one of my big questions. Who is Hunt's father? Because I think he may be like a son of a god, or his name is Orion. No. Orion is a star.
I definitely think that there's more to Hunt. There is. They've said it multiple times, like, he doesn't know his full power. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I do think that I think it might, maybe he's, like, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many things that it could be. People that it could be, I don't know. But maybe it'll lead back to one of the other books.
Yeah.
I definitely, think
it relates to Thorn of Glass?
I don't know. I'm, like, trying to think of all the characters. I don't know. Maybe.
See, my theory is that, because, you know, Sarah likes, like, Tamlin is like a fairy tale, like a something. I feel like Hunt's kind of like Hercules in a way. Mm-hmm. He kind of reminds me of Hercules, so I'm thinking, like, maybe he was, like, a son of, like, a god, like, had sex with his mother, like, mated with his mother or something, and had him. Like, whoever Ver is not, like, a god. Is that a god? Ver?
Yeah. I don't know.
He created Thursday or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That's my theory, is that he's actually, like, half god, half whatever the hell he is. Or he's, like, a fae because they said, like, he's not, like, a usual, he seems like a different kind of fae. A different kind of angel than the other angels. Like, he's not a normal angel. Yeah, so I kind of feel like maybe his father is from the Akatar world as well.
Maybe.
But his wings are so different somehow.
Well, his wings are very bird-like.
Yeah.
And that could lead back to someone in Throne of Glass.
Okay.
But I don't know, because it would be a shifter. I'm not. That doesn't ruin anything for you, but it would be like a person who shifts. It's not like a person who has the wings. You know what I mean, like him. But I don't know, because it's not like they would be like. Well, I guess in that way he wouldn't be the dad. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big.
It's hard with worlds because we don't know. Like, did she go back in time to Rysand? Is it a different world, or is it the same year? Is it the same? I have
no idea. Like, where did they leave off?
And no, exactly. Like, we know she's in A Court of Thorns and Roses world, Corinthian or whatever.
Yeah.
But in the future, in the past, in the current, like, did you just, you know what I mean?
Did she just time hop to win? Well, obviously, it has to be after Silver Flames, because I think.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, in the reference as to, like, when they're living, is it the same year?
Because they're in, like, year, like, 3055 or something. Yeah,
or is it just, like, completely different worlds where
like
years.
They started at a different time point.
Yeah,
Because I feel like in Akatar, they don't really mention what year it is.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what year? It's just, like, medieval. It's just, like, there.
Yeah.
And time, like, we have no idea. We just know that, like, Amren's, like, 15,000 years old.
Amren is 100% from this world.
You think?
Yes.
She's from Midgard?
I do. I 100% think so, because they described her as, like, a monster in a body. They didn't really say what it, like, whoa, hold on. Hold on. I just have so many, like, ideas, like, going to the front of my mind. They never really said what gender she was. She said that she chose to be in a female body. Mm-hmm. So I feel like she could be one of the Astri if, you know, the one that's missing. Isn't there one that's, like, never shows up
I think
or
his name is Sirius.
Yeah.
And I thought he was murdered, but maybe Sirius is Amren? That's
murdered first, like, murder / thrown to a different world where she can never get back, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think that the Dusk Court is under the prison, and that's where fucking Amren was. Sorry for swearing. I don't know. But yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think she's going to be in the next book.
And she's, like, related to Fury somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
somehow.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but she could.
That's my theory, because Fury's lineage, and Danica definitely knew what this bitch was.
How do you pronounce her name?
Fury?
No, the other one.
Danica?
I said Danica.
What the hell? Why do you pronounce it like
It's Danica.
Yeah, I feel like
everyone at my job says Danica.
Yeah. I've known. Danica.
Danica. I've never heard. Danica. It's like Danny, but a ka?
Danica. Danica?
Danica.
No. Sorry. I can't pronounce it that way.
I pronounce it that way.
I feel like you emphasize, like, the I's in the words a lot, like Danica.
Maybe. Ryson. I mean, that's just how everyone at my... Well, Ryson's a Y, but that's how everyone at my job pronounced it.
Whatever.
Danica. I don't know. How do you guys pronounce it?
I'm going to say Danica for now.
Yeah.
And we're back. So we were discussing Amren, where the hell this bitch came from.
Uh-huh.
So I think she is one of the Asteri. Somehow, some way.
Me too.
I never really understood, because I feel like, because I listened to the audiobooks, and I really think I'm going to buy the hardcover of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and just reread them, because I feel like I miss so much about, like, just the little details about every character. Like, I don't understand what Amren's power was, or was that ever even, like, discussed in great detail.
I mean, Amren is just really, first of all, scary.
Yes.
And she just, like, knows a lot. So, like, 'cause she's so old. But, yeah, I was actually I'm thinking about rereading the series, too, so we should do that and just cover it on the podcast.
We should. But, like, she lost her power during, like, the war with King Hybern. Like, what was her power?
I don't know.
Because, like, the Asteri, they have a lot of power. We don't really know what it is, but they do have power because they feed off of other people.
Yeah.
And maybe because Amren doesn't have that, she doesn't feed off of anyone else's power.
Yeah, but it's interesting that she eats blood.
She eats blood.
So, like, what does that fit into everything? I don't know. Maybe in this world that she's in, you know, instead of, what do they feed off? Second light?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, blood? But
like
animal blood? She drinks animal. I don't know.
She's like, are you a vampire then? Like, what? Like, who are you? Like, what is this being that just, like, walks around the night court like the bad bitch?
I know.
Like the head bitch in charge. Like, what are you exactly?
I'm interested for her to be more of... I do think she's going to be... So, for the next book, Crescent City 3, Sarah J. Maas has already confirmed that it's going to be the next book. I do think it's going to be Bryce, obviously. I think Azriel, and I think Gwen, and I think Amren. I do not think that Rhysand and Rhysand and Feyre are going to be a big part of the book, because...
I think Rhysand will be.
I don't think so, because he has that pact with Feyre, and they have Nyx now.
Well, I don't think Bryce is going to spend a lot of time in the ACOTAR world. I think she'll, like, be training with him. Like, I think Rhysand has a lot to train her on, because, one, they're related, and he can winnow. He has, like, some kind of... I think he's related to, like, the Dusk Court somehow. So I think he will be a big part, because they're, like, related through Rune or something like that. Okay, so here's where... I have another theory on who Gwen's father is. Who is Gwen's father? We know that she has, like, lineage to the Autumn Court. So I'm just like, is she related to Bryce somehow too? Like, my mind's like crazy.
How do we know she has lineage to the Autumn Court?
Because she talks about it, how her mom, like, on, what's it called? Like, that day where they, in the Spring Court, where they, like, give off all of her power.
The solar eclipse?
No. Her grandmother, what's it called? Because she's, like, a nymph. Her grandmother, like, seduced a male from the Autumn Court. So she has lineage from the Autumn Court, too.
Okay.
So I just feel like Gwen's father... I feel like her father will play a role somehow. Like,
does she have any powers, Gwen? I can't remember.
We don't know yet. We know that she glows when she sings, and people think that she might be a light singer, which is actually like a really evil being, but I don't think she'll be
So
evil.
what if she's related to Bryce, too, through the dad?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, who is her father? Like, we don't know. We don't know her lineage either, really. She's somehow related to the Autumn Court in some way. Or her father could be... People think
Who runs Mom?
She's like just... She was like a princess from the Avalon
Okay.
Court. She's not really in, like, the book, because Rune said she's kind of, like, out of it. Like, he takes care of her, but she's not really, like, capable. It sounds like she was a little abused or something. She just, like, lives her life in a daze. I feel like Britney Spears or something. Like, she's, like, in a conservatorship with the Autumn Court.
She lives with them?
Mm-mm. She lives in Avalon.
Okay.
I think so, and Rune just, like, sends her money and checks up on her, but yeah, that's, like, the gist of... That's the extent of their relationship. Yeah, so that's, like, my big... I have something written down, like, for Gwen, I think. Okay, yeah, this is from Tumblr. So... This just talks about her role in the book. So Sarah J. Maas has confirmed that the ending of Hosab has been planned from the beginning. Hence, while writing A Court of Silver Flames, there is no way this mention of Meryl, and by default Gwen, researching the connections between all their worlds is just a coincidence. So surely we'll get Meryl and Gwen heavily featured in the crossover, helping Bryce find her way to hell and helping her understand the Asteri. Not to mention there are at least 8 volumes of the books pertaining to the Great War, which is 8 potential volumes worth of history. Okay, yeah, that's just explaining.
Yeah, no,
Gwen.
I definitely think that Gwen's gonna be a huge part of this next book.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, I'm just, like, looking through my...
And I think Azrael is gonna be part of that, too.
Yes. Okay, so I wrote down, this is my theory, Gwen's father is Eris. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there.
Why do you say that?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like her father is, like, someone really, like, unexpected or something. Or maybe he's just, like, a random guy that doesn't even matter.
I don't know. I think it's interesting that she lights up when she sings, though. I feel like that kind of makes me think of Bryce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
So.
Yeah.
Or the first Star Queen, Fae that...
From the Dust Court?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think her name's Princess Thea. Queen Thea?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much about her. That's crazy. Okay. What else do I have? Is Lehba still alive? Because they never found her body.
Because she's a sprite. She just evaporates now. She's dead. I know.
Okay, never mind.
Nah.
Okay, so my other question is, what is Therion's greater purpose? Like, what's this guy up to? Because I feel like we have so many scenes with Therion and, like, the Blue Court, but it's like, who cares, you know? Like, I don't really care. Like, he better have, like, a greater purpose.
I like his character. I think he gives, like, a comedic relief type of thing.
Yeah.
I like that he's a mermaid and that he was working with the River Queen, or, like, you know, trying to get away. Okay, first of all, yeah, I don't understand why he went to the Viper Queen and not to the Ocean Queen for,
I guess he couldn't make it that far.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But I'm interested to see how that's going to play out now, because you basically are a slave. You willingly were like, yeah, let me be your slave.
Right.
I mean, granted, so that I don't get murdered or a slave to someone else, but...
To, like, the Blue Court. But it's just, like, how, like, I just want to know what that purpose is gonna
I know,
serve.
it's obviously something. It's obviously gonna come up in the next book, or else that would have... It was too big for it not to be anything, I think.
Yeah.
So that's gonna come back. And he got an extra chapter in one of the books, so he's definitely a character to stay.
A character to look out for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my big question moving into Crescent City 3.
You want to know what someone said on Tumblr?
What?
They were like, I think the next book is only going to be people in the Midgard So, like, they're like, completely gonna ignore Bryce and, like, A Court of Thorns and Roses, where, like, they're gonna focus on a hunt and run. But it's like, yeah, I want to know how they're doing, but you better pick up right with Bryce's response. She's not gonna do
that. No, that'd be so ridiculous.
That'd be really mean. That'd be cruel.
That would be really cruel. No, I think it'll be, like, part one of the book is her and, like, and we'll still get, like, interactions from, like, Midgard.
Do you think it's gonna take, like, the whole book for her to get to a different world?
I really hope not.
I know, me too.
Like, I really hope not. I don't think
First of all, I want to see Hunt and Rysand together. I want to see them interact. You don't think so?
No. Because, like, to have Rhysand risk his life and go to Midgard,
you're right.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think he'll train her heavily. He'll maybe, like, truth tell her. Asriel will give it to her.
Well, yeah, I think it responded to her.
Yeah.
He, like, dropped it.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it...
Which is crazy.
I know.
That's so crazy. Let me see. Okay. So at the end of House of Earth and Blood, we got that little prologue, is that what it's called? Of Adis and Jasiba.
The epilogue? Yeah, okay.
Now, what the hell is that about? Like, what is Jasiba up to?
I don't know. What is Jasiba up to? I don't know.
She's obviously not on the Asteri side because she has all of those books that are banned.
I think it's like, she kind of does remind me of Amryn too, though. She kind of just, like, knows everything, and it's very secretive and highly respected, and no one really messes around with her. So maybe she's in relations to Amryn too.
Maybe. I could see that. And Fury somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mind's just, like, blown all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I want to just read, I'll read Starborn Heritage. Do you have any?
What?
Do you have anything?
What are you reading?
I have, like, a bunch of things from Tumblr that I pulled. This is about, like, Akatar and the Starborn Queen Thea and her daughters.
What do you think about Baxian and Danica being mates?
I think that's cute. But I just feel like, what the hell is Danica's problem? Now I'm saying Danica. Because, like, why were she didn't trust Bryce at all.
I know. I want to know why everything was super secretive like that.
I guess.
Unless she really, didn't trust Bryce at all to keep her mouth shut.
Or just to protect Bryce because she knew that she's a princess. She just wanted her to stay out of all the trouble.
Yeah, but, like, what did you think was going to happen when you died?
I know.
And left all these clues for her?
I know, right? Like you left, like, a literal thing in her jacket.
Yeah.
Like, for her to find.
Like, you tattooed the horn on her back, and you obviously wanted her to get involved somehow. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
she made her the freaking horn, yeah. That would piss me off so much.
Yeah, like really, Danica?
I know.
Yeah, I'm...
Bad friend, dude.
Yeah.
Like, she just didn't trust her, which is wild. But I'm hoping it was just to protect her.
Yeah.
Somehow, even though...
I mean, I don't think she was, like, out to get Bryce at all. I just think that maybe she should have, I don't know, like, left something written in, like, invisible ink or something. You know what I mean? Like, maybe make it a little bit easier for her.
Right, so she doesn't have to, like... Because you think Danica knew about the Asteri. She knew about Project Thur. And that they were feeding off
I think she did. I just don't think... Or maybe... No, I think she got close. And then I think Sophie figured it out before, but she figured it out, like, you know, after Danica died. And then she died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she never knew the truth.
Yeah.
Which is, like... So, when she helped Bryce during, like, the drop, she's, like, gone forever, right? She didn't turn into First Light or anything.
I don't know, because they only really talk about Connor.
Yeah.
And now he hasn't turned into it yet,
They're,
but
like,
I don't even know if I believe...
hostage.
Yeah. So,
And
and
the rest she, like, disappeared after the drop was made. She, like,
so maybe she did disappear, after the drop. Maybe that was it.
Her soul was, like, gone forever. Just really sad to think about.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, being, like, thinking that your planet is just all normal, like, you just have your leaders, but no, there's, like, 50,000 different planets.
I mean, there very well might be like that. Like, you don't know
is.
what's going on, like, planet Mars or
No,
Pluto.
I really think Sarah J. Maas is, like, a prophet.
Yeah.
Like, she's just, like, telling us, like, what's actually going on. Like, we are being fed off of. We kind of are. Like, our labor, at least.
Yeah,
being,
for sure.
Like, produced for, like, great evil.
Anyways.
Whatever, that's reality.
Back to fantasy books.
Let's get to our fantasy books. What else do I have? Okay, so people think Ariel is confirmed. And I'll read what this freaking Tumblr post says from Silverline Days. So it says, 3 brothers, dark. 3 sisters, light. Together, balance. No,
see, I think that's too obvious, and I feel like that's why I am like, I would be shocked if they ended up together. I will be shocked if she took that turn, and I don't think she will.
Yeah. People think that, like, maybe Elaine predicted Bryce would come, but I don't see anywhere where I don't remember her.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. But I think that I definitely, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be in this next book, but I definitely think that when it is Elaine's book, I think it's going to be with Lucien, and I think it's going to have to do with the Autumn Court and, you know, healing with his father, and I think it might even, depending on how the next book leaves off, if the Autumn King...
The Autumn King!
The Autumn King is up to something, first of all.
He's so up to something!
And he might be in relation to the Autumn Court in the Court of Thorns and Roses, but also, jumping back into this book, very sus that he has that whole, like, the planet stuff in his office. Like, what do you know? What do you know? And why are you such an asshole?
Or he might suspect that, like, what's happening. Or my theory, because, like, in Akatar, or King Baron, or Lord Baron, he's also up to something, because he wants, like, sole power of the entire Prythian. So maybe he, like, because they still have to look out for, what's that, like, god that they have?
The Cauldron?
The Cauldron, but also, the god that helped the human queen in Silver Flames. You know what I'm talking about? He's a god. He's like he's a death god. They still have to worry about him. I might have it written down somewhere. Like, the Autumn King was working with the human queen and another death god. I just can't think of his name. So I think maybe people think the death god that is in A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm so annoyed that I'm literally, his name is not in my brain, but I just have a feeling that, like, Lord Baron knows. Like, Lord Baron, because people think that god could be related to the Asteri in some way too. Yeah. Like, all those, like, death gods somehow were, like, who are bound to the land in Prythian, they think they came from Midgard. So I feel like Lord Baron, like, definitely is up to something too. Up to something greater that we just don't know about yet. Because not even Eris knows, like, what he's up to. So I feel like it's something to do with the Autumn King and Crescent City. Yeah.
I do think that in Throne of Glass, there are, like... I don't know how to say it without, like, ruining it, but there is, like, that character or characters that are, like, yeah, these people, like, the bad ones that are, like, this could be the Ashry, this could be, you know, that, you know, like, all, the bad characters in every series, like, it could be, like, yeah.
The Asteri.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. I do think that in the very end, if she does decide to bring all 3 worlds together, that's gonna be epic. To have like, the 3 main heroines, like...
meet up. People were saying, like, Bryce would get along way more with Aelin than with Farrah.
100% she would. But I think they all would get along really well.
Yeah, I think so too. Farrah's a sweetheart. Yeah. I'm sick of seeing Farrah slander. I see it a lot on Tumblr.
I guess it's just like Farrah, she's the one that's not, she was made, she wasn't born. And versus the others were born. You know what I mean? But that's the only really difference. I feel like Farrah's still a badass. Like,
yeah, I think people just get annoyed with Farrah. And they get to know about Rhysand. But, like, everyone gets to know about
Talk shit about Rhysand to me in my face. You want to go there? Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, he wasn't my favorite in Silver Flames, but that's whatever.
Well, that's because it wasn't his book. He was barely in it.
Even his behavior, like, some of his behavior, I was like, whatever, Rhysand, whatever. Like, let Nessa be the bad bitch that she is. Like, let her be problematic because it's funny.
No. I understood.
Yeah. She needed to, like...
She needed someone to, like, be like, Nessa, get your head out of your ass.
Yeah, like, enough with your BS.
She needed her moment, though. It's fine. It's fine. She got her book, and I loved it.
She did. So. I know. That was such a good book. It was crazy. It was wild. It was a wild time. Okay. Okay. Because I have the theory that Gwen is somehow related to Bryce or whatever. And I'm like, what if Gwen gives up the necklace to Bryce to remember her? So she's like, here, like, I no longer want this necklace. Here you go, Bryce.
Oh my god.
Us. I feel like that should happen.
I guess.
Oh yeah, but
That'd be funny.
yeah, it really would be. That's kind of it for all my theories. I mean, I have one about like the Princess Thea heritage, but yeah, like I think it's pretty obvious that she's from the Dust Court. And when what's her face? So many names now that we have to remember. When Nessa found the harp, she heard screaming from the baby. So I think those people are like trapped in the prison. Maybe they're still alive. That'd be like really beautiful if they like were able to like untrap them. And I wonder if they'll be able to do that in the next book of Crescent City, if they'll like be able to like
do what?
To uncover the Dust Court again, like.
Well, is the prison like do you think the prison's over? You think the Dust Court is under the prison?
I think it's under the prison, or it's like mixed in with the prison somehow. Yeah. I think people are still alive. Yeah. Interesting.
Somehow. Maybe it's like a whole other world.
I think it's like a whole other world, like how Valaris was hidden. I think the Dust Court is hidden. Oh,
I see.
Yeah.
And you think there's like life on it?
Yeah. I think so. Or it can just be remade again, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like once something happens, it'll be like.
You know what? I really.
Back to life.
Yeah, I think that could be it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. Yeah.
But like, how would that work
with the prison on
Akatar? You know, how would that?
Who would rule over that? Whose territory would that be?
Would that be an issue in Crescent City, the next book, or would that be something that the Akatar characters have to figure out once Bryce leaves and like saves her planet?
I think it would have to be after Bryce leaves, because Bryce is a little bit worried about. I mean, I guess it depends on how the Astri plays into all of this. Like, what happens if you defeat the Astri in one world? Does it die in the others? Type of situation? Actually, maybe not, because technically, if that were the case, then it would have ended with the first series, and also in the second. Maybe. Well, I guess
like Thorn of Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they were, well, technically not. Also, because I don't know if they die or if they're just banished to a different world.
In Thorn of Glass, does that happen? Do they get banished or do they die?
Well, that's the thing. That's the question. I don't know if they're banished or if their like souls go to a different world type of situation.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And what the hell does the cauldron have to do with all this? You know, like what does the cauldron know? Like,
well, does the cauldron stand for the Astri? All corn, thorns, roses.
I know, but like, where did the cauldron like come from? You know?
Oh, I don't know.
From the Astri?
Exactly.
From Midgard? Because they made all those symbols. They made the harp. They made all of those.
Yeah.
The Dread Trove.
Exactly. So I don't know if that's the Astri or if it's.
Because people think the Astri were using like the horn. They once used the harp to like.
Yeah.
So it's like, did they create the cauldron too?
Yeah.
That is just wild. That is really crazy.
Huh. I don't know.
I know. It's really crazy.
Oh, I'm so excited for this next book.
I know, we have to wait like a year and a half probably. She just had a baby.
She's
working on a TV series. Like, how does she even have time? Because I can't even like get up at 8:30.
I mean, she did say the next one is going to be next year, so I guess fine.
Maybe it's already written. It's just being like.
She's probably still writing it.
You think so?
I think. I don't know. She just released this book. Give her a break. And she just had a baby.
It's just like, oh my god, like not knowing who Azrael ends up with is like literally torture. Like we have to wait we'll probably wait like 2 years for that. Like, give us a novella at least.
I think it'll be discussed in the next book for sure.
You think?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Because that gives away. That gives away the Akatar 5. It's like
unless it's not an Akatar 5, unless their relationship is in the next book.
Yeah, and unless she keeps like, maybe it'll just be like the love triangle, which is actually like a love square.
Because if Bryce is stuck in this world for a good amount of the book, like training and trying to get to hell and stuff, then the love interest would be Gwen and Azrael. But I guess it would be weird for it to be a Crescent City book.
Exactly.
But
so maybe
I don't know.
I'm kind of thinking like maybe they'll. as we'll start to see Gwen differently in this book, it might not be a full-blown romance, but he'll start to be like, he'll be
so then where am I getting
my
my spice from?
I know, right? Like, seriously, yeah, exactly. I guess the first half
it has to be them.
There'll be, like, no romance whatsoever. It's just, like, Bryce and, like, maybe she's just, like, getting to know her family or something, because I guess she's part of the family now. She's related to Rhysand, so.
Yeah, but, like, you gotta get me some
We'll get a little bit of Nessa and Cassian bicker.
Yeah, like, I need, like, my couple, you know what I mean? Like...
I mean, she'll be reunited with Hunt, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but I don't think until the end. Or, like, mid to end, at least.
So they're not gonna have any sexy scenes, either.
I don't even need that. I just need, like, the cute banter.
I need that.
Okay.
I need the sexy scenes, man. Okay, so people have a lot of complaints I've been seeing about Hunt and Bryce and how, like, it's not the same. They don't, like, the way Sarah writes it, it's, like, they don't feel the same the way they feel towards, like, Farrah and
I have
Shan.
seen that too. I just think it's a different era.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it is written differently because it's a whole different world. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not...
She's not gonna be, like, as, like, romantic.
Yeah.
It's not... It is romance, but it's not, like... medieval.
It's more like modern romance, yeah, versus, like, medieval. It's not even, like, medieval, but you know what I mean, like...
Just the way she describes it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, they text banters back and forth. Like, they change each other's name on their contact. It's all, like, dumb shit that you would do, like, dating someone now, you know what I mean? Like...
Which I'm totally gonna steal, like, all of her antics. Like, I'm really gonna be Bryce in my next relationship. I really am. I'm gonna, like, take up all of their personalities and, like, just become all these characters at once. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened when I read A Court of Thorns and Roses. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a fairy for Halloween.
I'm gonna be a fairy for Halloween. I'm gonna start... I love how we both started working out, like, really heavily. It did inspire me, like, of course, over frames to, like, start working out. It's, like... Yeah, like, it really helped Nesta, like, with her mental health and stuff like that.
Well, so yeah, I mean, she also, like, had to, you know, preparing for war, but...
Yeah, exactly. Well, we could be...
Well, yeah, I guess we kind of are now, too.
Like, literally, we could be drafted at any freaking moment. I'll just lay down and die. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, though, but, yeah.
But, yeah. I guess that's our Crescent City, like, very messy review of Crescent City.
I mean, it's hard to be... you know, like, not messy when something so crazy like this book happened to you.
There's so much detail like that. That's why I do want to reread all the books. Like, maybe not Crescent City right now because I'm still, like, my mind's still everywhere. But I'm going to read Thorn of Glass.
I'm excited for you to read Thorn of Glass.
How am I going to freaking read? I have to read so many other book series, too.
But I would focus on Thorn of Glass. Unless you want to read Blood and Ash, I mean, you have time for Thorn of Glass, but Blood and Ash, the next one comes out next month in March.
I know. So we all, like, read both of them at the same time.
I wouldn't do that.
Really?
Because here's the thing with Thorn of Glass. I read that after I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and it is different than A Court of Thorns and Roses. Like, at first I was like, ugh, like, maybe I shouldn't have picked up this book, because it's just different.
It's less romance, right?
Yeah, it's a lot less romance. But... It's, well, not less romance, it's more a lot less, it's like no smut. Sex scene. Yeah, sorry. But it's good. Like, towards the end, it gets, like, really good. Like, I actually, like, love the series now, so it's kind of gonna stick it through.
I guess I will.
But if you want to give yourself, like, a little break from, you know...
No, because I feel like I have to know everything because I have to know all the theories. Like, I'm sick of, like, not being in the know, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I need to just...
Yeah, because there is some things, like, there are some things that I think are going to pop up.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Aelin will somehow meet A Court of Thorns and Roses.
I don't even think it's just her. Like, I think it's different characters from that book, too, that are going to have a big... Yeah, actually, I'm like remembering this other girl's video that I saw. Yeah,
I know which one you're talking about, and I can't watch it.
Yeah,
because it's the entire Sarah J. Maas world that she talks about, which I kind of just feel like should I just watch it? Whatever.
No, I don't think you should. I don't think you should. But it's fine because you'll get really invested into that series, and then it'll give you a break from this because you'll be thinking about that.
Yeah, because I'm like my head hurts from this series. Like, it's like probably one of the best, like,
it's a really good series
I've ever. I mean, I don't read. I started reading with literally this Sarah J. Maas book, so yeah, I can't imagine any books getting any better than this. But no, because wasn't there a scene? I don't know if Sarah. because I saw her talking about it, so I'm like, did this actually happen or it didn't? But I think she wrote a scene where Rhysand saw, like, a red star, didn't he? Someone saw a red star, and it was, like, a bad omen.
I don't know about it being a bad omen, but I know that it's something that happened in the Throne of Glass, where I don't really want to ruin it for you.
It happened in ACOTAR. Like, someone saw, like, Rhysand saw a red star.
Yeah, but I don't know about it being a bad omen. I think he knew.
I think someone felt like it like meant something.
Oh wait, no, I know what you're talking about.
It was in Silver Flames. It was right before the Blood Rite or something, or right before like Winter Solstice. There was like a red star in the sky. I don't know if I'm making this up.
No. I think it has something to do with Nesta.
It was in Silver Flames. But I just think that was Aelin or someone. I think that was something from Thorn of Glass, which makes me feel like she's definitely going to incorporate the characters from Thorn of Glass somehow, too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she definitely will, yeah. But I don't know
how.
I don't know if it's like a crossover or if it's just their ancestors type of thing. Because in my head, Throne of Glass takes place even before A Court of Thorns and Roses type of thing. So it's like even more like before.
Yeah, so maybe Aelin's like really old.
But do they even fucking age? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
so I don't know. Also, what world are they on? I don't know. It's so crazy.
She has a lot. I definitely want to reread all of her series, and I'm gonna like annotate if I can. I mean, that's why they're your copy, so I feel bad annotating. I guess I can get my own copies, but I really do want to like write down notes and stuff.
Well, I can't promise that I'll be able to do a podcast on Throne of Glass because it's like a lot of information and I don't remember a lot of it.
Well, no, it's fine. I just want to annotate for myself, just so like when the next book comes out, I'm like better prepared on like what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I just speed through reading.
Me too. I don't have any self-control. I can't stop to take notes. I have to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Because I really thought Elaine was Amren, and I was like,
no.
I literally started having a mental breakdown. Like, I was crying, sobbing.
No. I reread that chapter like 10 times.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Well, I reread it last night. I didn't reread it the night that I finished it because I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I literally can't do it. Like, I'm at my wit's end.
Yeah.
I'm emotionally... Alright, well...
Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys next time.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in if you're listening. I think next week, what should we do? We'll figure it out. Oh, do you want to do the thing where we talk about music that we're excited about or anything? We don't really have to.
I feel pretty random.
Well, we're going to a Twice concert.
Yeah, that was fun.
Tomorrow.
Well, we went to a Caroline Polachek concert last weekend.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Really fun. She's really great.
She's so good live. Like, just...
Yeah, and we're going to a Twice concert tomorrow.
Which Larissa does not know the music.
They actually have a playlist on their Spotify that's basically... It's like the tour. So I've been listening to that. I'm assuming it's all the songs they're going to sing.
Are you listening to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
They sound like a K-pop group.
Yeah, it's a K-pop group, but they're bad bitches. I love them. I'm just excited to see, like, a performance, I guess. Yeah,
I'm excited to see them dance.
Yeah.
I've never seen a K-pop performance, so I'm excited.
Yeah, me neither. Not live.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll let you know how that, is.
Yeah. But for now, this has been Ladies Chat Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Corinne.
I'm Larissa.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.